Purple feels like a slimy fish. Purple tastes like an eggplant. Purple smells like lavender. Purple sounds like a bird. Purple looks like grapes.
Blue feels red. Blue tastes like water. Blue smells like Gatorade. Blue sounds like the ocean. Blue looks like the blue sky.
Blue feels like the ocean waves. Blue tastes like blue cheese. Blue smells like the sky after it just rained. Blue sounds like a blue jay chirping. Blue looks like starry night.
Blue tastes like cotton candy. Blue looks like the sky. Blue feels like a soft blue blanket. Blue smells like flowers. Blue sounds like a bird chirping.
Blue is clear. Blue tastes like a blueberry. Blue smells like jello. Blue sounds like waves, and blue looks like the sky.
Correct.
Green feels like a juicy kiwi. Green tastes like a pickle. Green smells like green tea. Green sounds like a green parrot. Green looks like a bag of money.
Green feels like grass. Green sounds like a green parrot. Green smells like plants. Green tastes like a pineapple. Green looks like a tree.
Red feels like the texture of an apple. Red tastes like ripe strawberries. Red smells like red roses. Red sounds like robins chirping. Red looks like a red cherry.
Red feels like flames. Red tastes like an apple. Red smells like pretty roses. Red sounds like butterflies flying. Red looks like a mushroom.
Red looks like Bakugo's eyes. Red tastes like red peppers. Red feels like a rose. Red smells like a raspberry. Red sounds like a bird. Orange feels like the spirit of Halloween. Orange tastes like the warmth of spring squash. Orange sounds like the humming of a song when the sun is peeking over the clouds. Orange looks like the sunset over the sea. Orange feels like the spirit of Halloween. Orange tastes like the warmth of spring squash. Orange sounds like the humming of a song when the sun is peeking over the clouds. Orange looks like the sunset over the sea.
Orange looks like pumpkins. Orange tastes like orange juice. Orange smells like the autumn breeze of falling leaves. Orange sounds like a fox running in the wind. Orange feels like a slimy, rare-sided orange frog.
Yellow feels like a smooth banana. Yellow feels like a smooth banana. Yellow tastes like a sour lemon. Yellow sounds like a yellow sounds like a yellow looks like a yellow little bell pepper. Yellow looks like a yellow little bell pepper.
Hello, this is a biography about David Walker by Donovan Masterson. I hope you enjoy. So, shall we get to it? Born as an enslaved father and a free mother, Walker grew up free of obtained education and traveled throughout the country, settling in Boston. They became involved in the movement, and there's a frequent corrupter of freedom and slavery week. David was an American winter anti-slaverist, and his mother was free, therefore he was free as well. There was a 36th governor of Illinois from 1739 to 1777. Raised in San Diego, he served as an enlisted man and officer.
Hi, my name is Gia Johnson, and the person that I will be telling you 3 interesting facts about is Buford A. Johnson. The first fact is he was the first African American to build a plane in fighter aircraft and built a plane that he named Mustang. The second fact is after they built the planes that they used in war, the Tuskegee Airmen gratefully received a medal for their brave actions. The last fact is Buford A. Johnson is actually my grandpa, and he was the best grandpa ever. He is my great grandpa. So, that is my 3 interesting facts on Buford A. Johnson, aka my grandpa.
Hi, my name is Anissa, and I'm doing Climate K for Black History Month. Clyde McKay was born on September 15, 1889. He was born in Jamaica. McKay first traveled to the United States to attend college. He encountered W.E.B. Du Bois, the soul of black folk, which stimulated McKay's interest into political involvement. He moved to New York City in 1914 and 1919. He wrote "If We Must Die," one of his best-known works, a widely printed sonnet responding to the wave of white-on black riots and lynching following the conclusion of the First World War. Sadly, I have no childhood moments of his young life, but this was the youngest when he did this. McKay became an American citizen in 1940. In 1943, McKay started Cycle Manuscript, a collection of 54 poems, all but 4 of them, sonnets, often with political subjects and often in tones of solitary invective. After that, Clyde McKay sadly died from a heart attack at Chicago, Illinois on May 22, 1948, and died at age 58. But before then, he kept writing his soul out, and he will forever. Why does it keep making it shorter? McKay wrote his travels in Macarano in his 1937 autobiography, A Long Way from Home. Before this journey, he went to Paris, where he contracted a respiratory infection and required hospitalization. After recovering, he continued traveling for 11 years and ventured around Europe and parts of Northern America. During this stint, he published 3 novels. The most noticeable one was his favorite one. That's it. The end.
On October 17, 1956. She was the youngest of 3 children. Her mother was an elementary school teacher and her father was a maintenance supervisor. A few years after she was born, Jemison and her family moved to Chicago, Illinois. May was the first African American to go to space and encouraged many people to reach for their dreams. May retired from NASA in 1993 and became a teacher at Dartmouth. After going to space, she inspired many people, and that made her very famous, even going on to making the Jemison Company. Jemison actively inspires and encourages young people to pursue careers in science and medicine.
Jemison has also written several books and appeared on many television programs, including an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Hey everybody, my name is Devin Yu, and my biography is about Jackie Robinson. 42. Jackie Robinson is second baseman for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Jackie was born in Carroll, Georgia, and was raised in Pasadena, California. Jackie Robinson lived with his mom, Mally Robinson, and went to Muir High School and played baseball, basketball, and football at UCLA. Jackie Robinson sent the Dodgers to the World Series with a walk-off home run and beat the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Brooklyn Dodgers won the World Series. They beat the New York Yankees and had his first and only ring. Jackie married Rachel Robinson, had 3 kids, and died at only 53 years old, and died on October 24th, 1972, and died at North Stamford, Connecticut.
Hi, my name is Mia Mora. I'm going to be telling you 3 interesting facts about my famous African American. Zora Neale Hurston grew up in America's first plant black community. Hurston described it as a city of 5 lakes, 3 croquet courts, 300 brown skins, 300 good swimmers, plenty of guavas to school, and no jailhouse. Thank you for letting me tell you 3 interesting facts about my famous African American.
Harriet Tubman by Jewels Willis. Harriet Tubman was born a slave in Maryland's Dorchester County around 1820. At the age 5 or 6, she began to work as a house servant. 7 years later, she was sent to work on the fields. While she was still in her early teens, she suffered an injury that would follow her for the rest of her life. By age 5, Tubman's owners rented her out to neighbors as a domestic servant. Early signs of her resistance. Harriet Tubman was born into slavery when she worked as a house servant. Then, when she grew up to be an adult, she decided she was going to escape. She built the Underground Railroad so her friends and family could escape too. That's the adult life. When Harriet Tubman escaped slavery, she inspired other slaves to escape because everyone thought they cannot escape. Also helped ensure the final defeat of slavery in the United States by dialing the Union during the American Civil War. That's the impact on history. And that's it.
Muhammad Ali was a boxer that made a saying, but back then Muhammad was a young boy. He lived in Louisiana, Kentucky. He was an amateur boxer at age 12 to 18. He became a Muslim after 1961. Muhammad won the World Heavyweight Championship for Sonny Liston in a major upset on February 25th at 1964. At age 22, Muhammad revealed his birth name as a slave name. Muhammad Ali was an adult boxer and fought tons of other contestants in his adult life. He also was talking trash about someone Muhammad wanted to fight. Muhammad's contestant fired a gun inside a place, but it turns out there was no bullet in the gun. It just made a loud bang like it was full of ammo. Muhammad Ali's impact on history was that he became entertainment for all to watch him box. Muhammad had a long boxing career for many people to watch. Muhammad Ali had a wife, maybe kids, but there's not a lot of other information than how he had a family and kids that he loved very much. He trash talked by spray painting a school bus, saying something to the guy Muhammad wanted to fight, is because he was disagreeing. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ray Monroe. Today I will be telling you three things I would have done on this spring break. Three things I wish I would have done on spring break. First, I would go to my aunt's so I could meet my cousins that I have not met in 3 years. Then I would go to their pool and probably tell to leave. Next, uh, there's a theme park called Fiesta Village, and I would go there so I could go golf out with my family and laser tag, and maybe skate in the ice rink. Last, I would go bowling. When me and my family arrived, we will bowl and then go to the racetrack. Thank you for watching.
What I wish I have done on spring break. My neighborhood, we had a free-for-all water fight. I wish we put blue holy pigment so our skins can be blue like Smurfs. Also, pick up and new colors, and we can play on skateboards because bicycles are hard. Yeah. If I went to Poland, I would meet my brother in the military. I don't know how to swim in Poland, I will learn how to swim. I will probably not meet the homeless people. I would never go to Nepal in 2022 or 2023. If I do, I'm gonna eat dosa, momos. That's all.
Hi, I'm going to be talking about what I wish I did in spring break. Thank you for watching. Bye. What I wish I would have done on spring break. The first thing I wish I could have done was to visit my uncle in Mexico. My uncle and I would have went to the river. What I would have done was I would have jumped from the cliff to the river. The second thing I would have done was I would have gone to the cafe with my cousins and sisters. What I would have got there at the cafe is an Oreo frappe. The last thing I wish I could have done is swim with dolphins. What I would have done is fed them and swim with them. And that's why I think, and that's what I would have done on spring break. Bye.
What I wish I did for spring break. Since we had 2 weeks off of school, my spring break was fun, but I also didn't get to go where I wanted. Here are 3 things that I didn't get to do on spring break. The first thing I would have done was visit my grandparents in Peru. My grandparents and I would have eaten Peruvian food and gone hiking in the high mountain. We would have gone to the beach. The second thing I would have done is go to Legoland and stay 2 nights there. Then I would go on the biggest ride there. Then I would check out the rest of the amusement park and go on the scariest ride. Next I would go check out the hotel room, see how amazing it is. The final thing I would like to do is travel all the way to Washington DC to visit the museums and see all the statues. Next I would go to a restaurant and then I would go to the Lincoln Memorial. Finally, these are the 3 things I want to do for spring.
I had 2 weeks to do whatever I wanted, and here's what I wish I would have done. I wish I would have gone to Mexico so that I could try new foods and go camping with my family. And also go ziplining and see all my family and friends be scared. I also would have gone to the theaters to see brand new movies that just came out and tried the sweet tarts from there because I heard it's very good. Last but not least, I wish I would have gone to the shoe store to buy new shoes because I'm growing out of my old shoes. And I also want to try new camping shoes since my family and I are going camping. And that's what I wish I would have done on spring break.
Hello. Hello. So this is what I wish I would have done on spring break. This is my story. I had 2 weeks of spring break. It was fun, but there are three things I wish I could have done. My first thing I could have done is fix a PC and see why it's so slow because it's annoying how slow it is. I would have spent hours trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong and fixed it, and figure out why a 12-year-old PC could be so slow. My second thing I could have done is make a battery pack. I did actually try, but it barely worked. I could make it with a couple of wires, 9-volt batteries, and some electrical tape. When I use them, though, I would probably use all of it because I don't want to set a fire and then hope that I don't get shocked or explode because I'm not perfect. There's a chance it could happen. My third last thing I could have done is play with the bow and arrows more because I rarely play with them and I had 2 weeks to play with them, so I wish I did because I could have shot a box with my friend and I would have had fun. Or I could have figured out how it kept making my hand bleed, but I put some bandages on them and I was fine again. That's what I could have done on spring break and what I should have done. And that's the end of this.
What I wish I would have done on spring break. I just had 2 weeks off of spring break. My spring break was average and wasn't boring nor exciting. The most thrill-seeking thing I had done was spend a few hours at Universal Studios. Other than that, I relaxed at home. Number 1, Disneyland. The first thing I would have done or loved to do was spend a few nights at Disneyland/Disney World. The first ride I would have gone on was Pirates of the Caribbean. Then I would have enjoyed a large too. Lastly, I would have had a breakfast with the princesses such as Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, as well, Jasmine, Ariel, and Mulan. There are a lot of more princesses that I could have had breakfast with. Those are the ones I would like to have breakfast most with.
Like we only did an intro.
I also would like to have gone on a big roller coaster.
But we have enough time to read your story because nobody is going to need more than 10 minutes to read your story.
Number 2, Hawaii. Another thing I would like to do is go to Hawaii with my best friend who I was going to go with, but my ticket was too much to pay for and my ticket was not interested. The first thing I would have done was go body surfing in the warm waters of Hawaii. After that, I would go snorkeling. Then the very last thing I would do is swim with the sea turtles. Lastly, the place I would like to do everything to is go to the Bahamas. The thing I would like to do there is go boogie boarding. I'd also like to swim and see dolphins or some whales. Before I leave the Bahamas, I'd like to get a souvenir.
Okay, so the rest of you
In conclusion, these are the things I would like to do but couldn't. There might have been something I wanted to do and did do. That's something I wanted to do was to enjoy a nice time with friends and family.
vacation. I had fun, but I wish I would have done so much more. For example, I wanted to visit my cousin, but I wasn't able to. We had an idea, but we weren't able to do it. If I did visit my cousin, here is what I would have done. I would have gone on a hike with him and his parents at Horlicks Park. My cousin and I would have also played video games together. We would have also airsoft with each other at the creek. I also wish I would have spent it with Kofi. I would have bought him a dog bed, and he would have slept in my room. He wouldn't have to eat dog food at my house. He would have eaten Olive Garden. I would have given him a bath too, and we would have practiced the mile together. I also would have gone mountain biking with my cousins at Horlicks Park and airsofted with them at the creek too. We would have also played video games all night and ate candy all night. We would have also gone fishing at the beach and hunted birds, and this is what I wish I would have done on spring break.
Hi, I'm going to tell you what I wish I would have done on spring break. I just had 2 weeks of vacation. My spring break was interesting, but there are 3 things I wish I would have done. The first thing I wish I would have done is have a sleepover with my bestie. We would have gone shopping at the mall, but probably also Hot Topic, a store for anime merch, or whatever's trending. When I have sleepovers, I get to stay up till around 2 a.m. in the morning. Lastly, I would probably try to rent and watch the new My Hero Academia movie, World Heroes Missions. Also, wish I went to Knott's Farm. The first thing I would do is go on the water rides such as the log ride and Bigfoot Rapids because it's early in the day and you don't want to go on those rides at night. After that, I would probably be cold and covered in water, so I would get a boysenberry latte to warm me up. After that, I would probably go on Sierra Sidewinder and Silver Bullet because they're my favorite rides. Sierra Sidewinder is a roller coaster where cars spin you around while you're riding on it. Silver Bullet is also a roller coaster, but it's one of the inverted ones. Yellowstone is also a place I would love to go for spring break. The first thing I would do is explore the place and maybe see some bison. I'd probably also go to a park and have a snowball fight with my family. The last thing I would do is get some souvenirs from the museum and learn about the animals there. As you can see, those are the 3 things I wish I did over spring break.
Hi, I'm Emery, and I'm going to be talking about what I wish I did on spring break. Okay, so I had just 2 weeks of vacation. My spring break was lively, but there are 3 things I wish I would have done. First thing I wish I would have done on my spring break was to go to Disneyland or California Adventure. The first thing I would have done at California Adventure is ridden the incredible roller coaster, which is called the Incredicoaster. The second thing I would have done is ride the Pirates of the Caribbean. Lastly, I want to get a souvenir from Disneyland or California Adventure. The next thing I want to do is to go to Paris. The first thing I would do is see the Eiffel Tower. The second thing I would do is take my friends to Paris. I mean, I guess that would be one of the first things. I want to go to Paris with my friends. Lastly, I want to eat food in Paris like croissants or baguettes or other French foods, I guess. Um, lastly, I would like to go shopping with my best friends. The first place we will go is Hot Topic to get anime stuff because we all watch anime. Then we will go to Starbucks and get our favorite drinks. Lastly, we will go back to my friend Kimber's house and play Roblox together. Okay, that's it. Bye.
Had 2 weeks for spring break. My spring break was all right, but we did have some incidents. But I do have 3 things that I wish I would have done. The first thing I wish I would have done is when we went to Birds in Paradise. I wish I would have had the chance to hold other birds and maybe get some advice or ask questions. Also, we could have found a bird that's less skittish and more calm, so it'll be easier to tame. My second thing I wish I would have done is go to my grandma's house and ride my bike with my brother. We would have had so much fun, but we would also have eaten dinner, played board games, or even just watched TV. But it also would take a whole day. But still, it would have been really fun. My last thing that I wish I would have done is play Slime Rancher on my Xbox. But I would play it with my brother, and he and me could also eat snacks like chips or candy while we're playing the game. While we're playing the game. Also, while we're playing the game, we would try to get the glitch slime. As you can see, this shows why
This shows what I wish I would have done over.
Hi, my name is Miles, and today I'm gonna tell you what I wish I did on spring break. So, I only had 2 weeks of vacation, but those 2 weeks were actually pretty fun. But there were some things I wish I could have done, like buying and playing Elden Ring, eating Castle Crashers with the other night, and hanging out with my friends. So first, I wish that I could buy and play Elden Ring. I would do 100% playthrough, like completing every quest, just getting getting all items, completing all of the bosses, and completing the story. Second, I wish that I could complete Castle Crashers with a full day. Once I complete it, I would play Insane mode and unlock the Industrialist, and then I'll unlock a lot more characters. That finally, I'd hang out with my friends. Like, what I would do with them is playing games, staying up with them, talking about games, playing outside, telling stories, going swimming. Now that's what I wish I would have done on spring break.
I just had 2 weeks of vacation. My spring break was pretty fun, but there are a few things I wish I would have done. The first thing I wish I would have done is go to my friend Richie's house. Richie and I could have played basketball, tetherball, and video games. We both like the same video games like Fortnite, 2K22, and Call of Duty. Also, I know how to play drums, and Richie does too, so we could have played drums. The second thing I wish I would have done is go to a Golden State Warriors versus LA Lakers game. I could have bought a Stephen Curry jersey, Kevin Durant jersey, and a LeBron James jersey. Also, I could have gotten a signature from Stephen Curry and LeBron James. The third thing I wish I would have done is gone to Six Flags. At Six Flags, I could have gone on roller coasters and water slides. Another thing I could have done is win prizes at Six Flags. This is what I wish I would have done on spring break.
These are my three things I would have done on spring break. I just had 2 weeks of vacation. My spring break was fun, exciting, joyful, fantastic, but there were three things I wish I would have done. I wish I have seen my friend from my old school. We have a lot in common and I would love to see her again. Also, I would like to show her around and have fun. This would have been a great time to hang out with her. Therefore, it did not happen. Also, I wish I would have gone shopping. During spring break, I had no money, so I couldn't go shopping. I would have gone to downtown Rennes to shop. I wish I would have sketched more. I love sketching, but I didn't really do it that much. I also wish I would have gone to my room to have the time to sketch, but I did not. These were my three things I wish I would have done. Therefore, I was grateful for my spring break. This was what I have done during my spring break.
I only had 2 weeks of vacation. My spring break was fun, but there are three things I wish I could have done. The first thing I would have done is I would go to the beach. Me and my brothers would have swam deep into the ocean, and we maybe would have done challenges like who can swim farther. And the last thing I would have done is I would like to jump into the waves. The second thing I will have done is go to Disney World. I would go on a lot of the rides, and then I would go meet some of the Disney characters like Mickey, Minnie, and Donald Duck. And the last thing I would do, I would go see some of the animals like alligators, monkeys, and lions. The third thing I would have done, I would have gone to the zoo or aquarium. The first thing I would do is go to the giraffe exhibit and play with the giraffes and feed them. and then I would go look at some of the animals or fishes and play around with them. And the last thing I would do is go get some animal souvenirs like plushies and cups. This is what I wish I would have done during my spring break. Have a nice day.
What I wish I had done on my spring break. I wish I could have gone to Las Vegas to visit, hang out, and try different foods like tacos, pizza, and mac and cheese. Also, I would like to go shopping at GameStop, then go to an MGM hotel/concert. I wished I got to go on the moon and see how it was like to go on a rocket ship, float and touch the moon, and see how no gravity was like. And I would play video games and ride a bike in space. It was like to space and eating in space. Finally, I would go to Texonia Park to play with my friends and play video games with them and ride scooters.
What I wish I would have done on spring break. I recently had 2 weeks of spring break. I had lots of fun, but I wasn't able to do everything I wanted. First, I wanted to finish my Lego pirate set. I wasn't able to finish because of how long it would have taken. If I were to finish the set, I would have probably played with the figures the set came with. I would also buy more sets so I could add more to my pirate ship. Next, I wanted to get a gaming laptop. I wasn't able to get a gaming laptop because I needed to save up more money. If I were to get the gaming laptop, I'd probably get some video games to play. I'd get Minecraft, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and Roblox. I play the games every day until I beat all of them. Finally, I wanted to go to Disneyland. I wasn't able to go to Disneyland because my parents didn't think it was a very wise choice. If I were to go, then I'd probably go to the Star Wars area and check out all the new rides. I also eat ice cream and other candy when there. Those are the three things that I wish I would have done on spring break.
Today I'm going to be reading my essay on what I wish I would have done on spring break. I just had 2 weeks of vacation. My spring break was spectacular, but there are still 3 things I wish I could have done. The first thing I wish I did is watch the Pakistan and Australia ODI series. My family and I would celebrate Pakistan's victory over Australia. Then I would get a signed jersey from the captain of the Pakistan cricket team, Babar Azam. Then after that, my family in Lahore and I would tour Lahore, the city with the stadium. We would eat delicious Pakistani food and play cricket with my cousins. The second thing I wish I did was beat my best time on the Rubik's Cube. After beating my time, I would show my family how fast I did it. Then I'd celebrate like crazy, and then look at the time on my stopwatch and then celebrate some more. Then after celebrating, I would realize it was only faster by 1 second. The third and last thing I would do is get a 4x4 Rubik's Cube. After getting the cube, I would have spent hours learning how to solve it. And after solving it, I would show my family and tell them how hard it was. Then after that, I would start solving with a stopwatch to time me. These were the things that could have made my spring break even better than it already was. I still had a lot of fun in the last few weeks of spring break.
What I wish I have done in spring break. I just had 2 weekends of spring break and I wanted to do this. I wanted to play with Juan soccer and practice soccer, and Juan will teach me how to play more and eat ice cream, and whoever throws the soccer ball highest wins. Number 2, go to Colombia. I was born there, and it's my favorite country. I could visit all my family. It's fun and visit and go to my house in Colombia. Number 3, sit one and play video games and talk about soccer. I will have going to the pool. It's fun to play with them. I want to play soccer. Teach me some skills and play to get to level 40 to win a battle on a game.
My spring break was so much fun. I had 2 weeks of so much fun. These are the 3 things I wish I would have done. I wish I went to Disneyland. I would have bought toys like Funko Pops and Marvel figures. I would have eaten cotton candy, lollipops, and chocolate. And I would go on rides like Marvel rides, Disney rides, and more. I would also go fishing with my uncle, and when we caught the fish, we would cook the fish, eat the fish, and go swimming. My uncle and I would catch the big fish and paint while fishing. We would also go to get food. I wish I went to the mall and bought new clothes like ripped jeans and anime shirts. I wish I also got a new pair of shoes like Converse and Vans. I also bought toys like Demon Slayer figures and waterproof anime stickers. As you can see, these are all the things I wish I would have done and did, and also got. I would have had even more fun if I did all that.
What I would have done on spring break. I just had 2 weeks of my vacation. My spring break was fun, but here's 3 things I wish I would have done. The first thing I wish I would have done was I wish I went to Arizona to see my grandma because she always takes us to fun places and she lets me drive on empty roads. The second thing I wanted to go to is Disneyland on all the rides. Also wanted to go eat some of the food like the Aliens Pizza Palace and Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta. My third thing is I wanted to go to Texas. I would like to go to Rockport Beach because it has beautiful blue waves in the sky. Therefore, that's what I would have done on spring break.